Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're in Eastbourne, which is a rather gloomy day, a little bit wet, and we're going to be checking out the Cavendish Hotel, which again is one of the worst rated hotels according to TripAdvisor, and some of the reviews aren't particularly good. I mean, they're pretty nasty, and even one person said they just wouldn't come here again. So let me read out a few reviews and you'll see what I mean. Stephen said, one of the worst hotel experiences I've ever had. Do not book this hotel ever. This hotel is a total disaster. Please do not come here. Well, if there was a good enough reason not to come here, I think that review would be one of them. One of the worst hotel experiences I've ever had. Well, Stephen, I guess we'll have to find out. Disgusting, was already appalled at the state of this hotel, and the breakfast was diabolical. And there's over 500 terrible reviews, which very closely matches the good reviews. Hotel literally from hell. So there we go, don't really have much hope. Let's go and check it out. We are in Eastbourne. I've never been to Eastbourne myself. The Seven Sisters I think are over there, which is a very nice hike. We'll have to check it out one day. Let's try not to get killed. That would be a bad start and a very terrible review indeed. So let's just wait. I'm a little bit early. I say I'm a little bit early. I'm about an hour and a half early from check-in time. So hopefully that's not a problem. If you can check in early, that'd be great. So this is another Britannia Hotel, but already I like this one. It's different from Royal Bath. It feels more modern, even though it's probably dated quite a bit, but it's not too bad. It doesn't have that weird musty smell. Most of all, it doesn't feel like a sauna when you go in it. Royal Bath is very hot. So room 102, 101, 117, this way. Huge open space here. I'd probably put like a plant pot, water feature, maybe a tree, something, a piano. I said it doesn't feel hot. I would take that back. Suddenly I've gone through the doors and now it's actually baking, and you've still got the creaky floor, which is like a piano. So well, I say 102. I've just gone past it. Here we go. No smoking, all good. All right, wish me luck. Okay, almost locked myself out just for that clip alone. Let's not do that. But anyway, this is the room. When I walked in, it had a bit of a weird smell, but that smell is probably just because it has just been recently cleaned. And honestly, first impressions, other than it looking a little bit dated, doesn't actually look that bad, or at least not like the 1-star reviews I've been checking out. So, give you a little bit of a tour and see what you think. Let me know in the comments. So I think let's pop a light on. There's 1, 2, 3, happy days. And I think that's as bright as the room is going to get. Okay, starting for the obviously all important fire action, because we need a bit of fire action for sure. So here is your vanity mirror, pretty much adjacent to the bed. If you like that kind of thing, you have a bed. Don't get that twisted. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I say that when there's always a mirror, and you do that. But anyway, good size, happy days. And then we do have, which is very interesting, I've not seen one of these, a fan. I say interesting, I've not really seen a hotel have a fan in the room. So I mean, that's already a good bonus, especially because it is pretty hot. And of course we have a mini fridge. Look at the fridge. Nothing, just empty, other than a guarantee and a 2-year warranty. If you notice in all my videos, I tend to wear a lot of hats, and that's because I practically live in hats. I don't know why, but that's a thing. Now, this is another big mirror. It's very clean. There's honestly no marks. Like when I've been in like Royal Bath, for instance, other Britannia ones, there's marks everywhere. Other than like a few scuffs on the wall, it's not too bad. I mean, 2 big mirrors, 1 stand-up mirror, another big mirror here next to the TV, which looks, you know, it's fairly modern, I guess, but not too bad. One thing you might notice is how tall these curtains are. It's a good story. I think honestly the rooms are massive. Like the ceiling to floor is huge. That's a huge difference. So we've got a phone, always important if you want to get your room service and everything else, which is pretty cool. So we've got reception, we've got outside line, received internal calls, emergency, always important, all that good stuff. We have a grill. Is that a radiator? Please let me know in the comments. What is this, an air vent, air conditioner? What is it exactly? I don't really know. I've never really seen one on a desk. I've just noticed some goodies behind me, but let's just check out anything in here. Is this where the hairdryer is going to be? Yeah. So if you ever come into a Britannia Hotel, I'm guessing you'll find the hairdryers, etc. in one of the drawers, so don't panic. Okay, next we've got a kettle, always good, but what I've noticed is these biscuits. Now, if you followed me a while, you know I like a good biscuit, and this one is shorty biscuits. I don't really know what shorty biscuits are. Maybe short for shortcake biscuits, which probably is the case actually. Normally you get ginger nuts or digestives. What is your personal fave? I like a digestive personally, but these probably aren't too bad. You can have this with a cup of tea and enjoy that view, which in comparison to what I saw at the Royal Bath is an upgrade really. So as you're enjoying your bickies, you can look out the mirror and see the fire exit. I guess you just climb out the window, a few plant pots, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So far I don't really see why it's a one-star hotel. There's some marks here which look a bit grubby. I don't know if you can see that. It's not particularly nice. You know, there's some stains on the curtain. In fact, no, they're all over the curtains, the stains. So I mean, yeah, not pleasant. But you know, I've been in worse hotels than this, and it doesn't look too bad. This is probably as bright as the room gets, though. That's the thing. So not much light. Anyway, we've got an image painting here. Pretty cool. And yeah, if you noticed, I did a single bed today. I'll let you know how much this costs at the end of the video, so do stick around. This is a single bed, so not a double, a single. And I'll probably end up rolling off that considering I'm pretty wide. But I may as well do the bed test, see what things are like. It's not as comfortable as the Britannia, I have to say. Never mind. Anyway, this is the bed. I mean, it's not the worst, it's not like a cement brick. It is comfortable. And let's give it, yeah, not too bad. I sleep on my left hand side as well, so it's like there's a lot of space here. I can simply just roll out of bed. That actually went better than I expected. So again, I'm not gonna like touch this or anything before doing this. So what I mean is I'm going to show you as it is live. There's the pillows, they look clean. I don't know what people are moaning about in their reviews. They must just have had a bad room, but so far so good. What about under the duvet? Let's have a look. Clean, very clean, very clean, very clean. Clean. So don't really worry, it's for the price I paid for the room. Yeah, okay, it's not overly modern. It's pretty dated, it's very brown. Their colour choice and everything else, beige, dark and brown. The bed's fine, it's clean. The people at reception particularly friendly. You have a van, got some biscuits. So yeah, I'll show you the bathroom because the bathroom's pretty big as well. So we have this chair and which has a couple of grubby marks and stuff on it. So obviously it's seen a lot of bums over the years. A lot of people have been sitting on that and putting it to good use. So here is the wardrobe, what's in it. We have a couple of coat hangers. We have a rogue pillow that seems to be hiding from everyone else. And I was going to say a kettle, an iron, and a very weird smell, including a safe. Might just be me, I've never used a safe in a hotel. Probably should, probably a silly idea not to. But anyway, let's come into the bathroom, which I have to say is massive and also, again, very dated. Yes, very dated indeed. So you've got a bath, which is absolutely tiny, but also very clean. It's all been clean, it looks clean. The shower head, I don't know if you can see that, looks new. Like no grubbiness at all on that. There's a few stains and stuff on here and you know, patches on the wall. And if you look at the top here, which is again, it's a bloody high ceiling, all the cracks and stuff at the top here. The door has seen better days. A lot of frustration has been taken out on this poor door. You know, lots of paint been taken off and people kicking it, I presume, or literally just, you know, it's just getting old and it's just showing its age a little bit. And these ridiculously tall curtains, which must be about a story tall. I kid you not, the ceilings are ridiculously tall. So what we got bath shower, we got shampoo and conditioner, and I've just used the hand gel because annoyingly I used this camera earlier. I dropped it, somehow survived the fall, and then it landed in some not so nice bird poop. So I used my hands desperately to wash all that off. But yeah, that is the life cycle of my camera so far. And we have a no frill mirror, which is very interesting. But then again, you don't want anyone to look in, do you? To see you do your business. The size of it. Whoa. Okay, God, if you like deep baths, this is deep. Bloody hell, this is like a swimming pool. Yeah. Oh, it smells a bit down here, but other than that, it's deep. Like you could get a chest deep bathtub action going on there. As a kid, I used to like making waves. It's much annoyance to my mum. So if you're watching, Mum, I do apologise. It's quite massive. I tend to use grand a lot when I'm just saying it's a big hotel. The thing with these kinds of hotels are very quiet as well. So you talk quietly because you feel like you're gonna, I don't know, disrupt people. It's just very empty, despite the sheer size of it. But anyway, let's go and check it out. Have a little quick wander, see what's around. Happy day. As per usual, have no idea where I'm going, but do not forget the card. Let's go and check out the rest of the hotel. That way it's just more rooms. We have Eastbourne, which very much looks like where I live, which well, it kind of looks like Brighton, kind of looks like Southsea. All piers generally look the same. But yeah, Eastbourne. All right. Can't get over the fact that these floors always creak. There's another mirror. Huge space that could be used for something. More rooms that way, including the Wellington suite. Interesting. Massive mosaic windows. Take it back that it is very hot. Like if you ever come into one of these Britannia hotels, you'll know what I mean. It's like they need air conditioning, but I guess sheer size of them, maybe they just don't have the funds for it. I think it's just more or less the same. More rooms, an extra suite. So I'm guessing with each floor, there might be a core suite for each floor, which is pretty cool. Kind of like your own floor. But you want to just check out where the breakfast place is and where you eat. Also, in the event of a fire, will be taken out for action. Please use stairs. Okay, obviously, cool. I've had a lot of, I've had some interest in like how I get to do these videos and stuff. Technically, I just work online. I work on my laptop. I am a copywriter essentially, so I work with, you know, clients who marketing and stuff, all that kind of good stuff. Just allows me to kind of use my laptop and work around, which is quite nice. So I get to make videos for you guys, which is pretty cool. These are cool. Again, this looks amazing. Looks very clean, really looked after. Love the leather sheets. Love this corner piece. Imagine how much that would cost in your room. That's really gnarly. Court suite. Can we go in here? No, locked. What is the steward room? A lot of doors, all of them are locked. Okay, this is a very narrow staircase. Where's this going? Nowhere. 2 doors, both of which are locked. Fantastic. If anyone's getting lucky, your wedding day, you can do it here. That's like a chalk pastel drawing, that's quite cool. Okay, well there we are. Okay, there we are. Let's go back to the room. I'll tell you how much everything costs, but all the rooms are closed at the minute, including the dining area where you have breakfast, the lounge, kind of different areas. They seem to be shut off to the public in a minute. Say public, people who are paid to be here. So that's probably fine. They're getting ready for, like, you know, dinner. So they'll probably just finished lunch. So let's go back to the hotel room, give you my honest thoughts, opinions of this, would I stay here, and also how much this all costs. It's not as big as the Royal Bath. Royal Bath was probably 3 times the size of this. Right. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic day, and most of all, give yourself permission to be selfish and look after yourself. That is the most important thing there is. There's only one of you and you're amazing. So have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. So there we go. There's the tour of the room and the hotel. The hotel's definitely not as big as the previous one in Royal Bath. If you haven't gone and checked that video out, go and check it out. It's a very big hotel, has a spa, has a swimming pool. With this one, it's kind of like no frills and stuff, but in comparison to the Royal Bath, I think it's a lot cleaner. There's less grubbiness and marks, I presume. Still very dated. The corridors, I don't get what they're trying to do with it. Britannia ones. They seem to just want to give you a bit of a sauna experience. Now, I'm very partial for a sauna. I do like a sauna, but not when it's in the corridor. You start sweating. I'm sweating. I'm only wearing a t-shirt. But yeah, in terms of the hotel, in terms of the room rather, yeah, it's very basic. It's not the worst room I've ever been in before. It's very dated, but for the price I paid, is it really that bad? I paid, get this, £40 for the night. Go. But let me know in the comments, have you stayed in here before? If you did, let me know your experience. I don't think, from what I've seen, I don't think it's been that bad in terms of the 1 star. I think maybe some of the reviews have been a bit unfair, but then again, I guess you need to stay here for a few days or at least have a very bad room. But until next time, guys, have a fantastic day. Look after yourselves. And most of all, be selfish. Look after yourself. And most of all, give yourself permission to be selfish and look after yourself. That is the most important thing there is. There's only one of you and you're amazing. So have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.